Hello and welcome to JOGA. My name's Jo. Chaturanga. That pose we come to a lot in our yoga vinyasa class, and sometimes not seen as an individual pose. Sometimes we skip it, we just lower down straight past it to the mat, coming to our cobra or up dog, because it's a hard pose. It's a hard pose. And I see a lot of people who try and do chaturanga and they haven't quite got the upper body strength or the technique, and they end up collapsing down. And I think this is a real shame, because I don't think they'll ever achieve it unless they back off a little bit and modify with knees, which I'm going to show you later on in the video. I really think also, like plank, and if you're not sure about your plank pose, then go back to one of my other videos and I've got some instruction on that. Chaturanga is a full body pose. It's not just upper body strength. You need to be able to support your pelvis by engaging your thighs and engaging your belly, as well as working the upper body strength. So I'm going to talk you through full chaturanga now. And then the second part of this video, I'll show you how to gain some strength with modifications so that you will eventually achieve the full chaturanga. Okay, so we're going to start in a tabletop position to transition into plank pose. So like I said, your plank pose is a full body pose like your chaturanga. Pushing the mat away, engaging your thighs, little drawing in of the belly, nice long neck. And to bring yourself into chaturanga, rotate your inner elbows forwards. Come forwards on your toes. Keep the thighs and the belly engaged. I'm going to come halfway down with the elbows hugging into the side of my body. This is chaturanga. And when you're ready, slowly lower down. It's hard. And maybe just take yourself into a child's pose, just to take the heat out. And then when you're ready, you can come out. So as I said at the beginning of this video, what do you do to gain the strength to do chaturanga, and what do you do to modify? I'm going to show you two things. So the first thing, to gain the strength, I think a few little gentle push-ups. So when I say push-ups, I'm not really thinking about the gym push-ups. I'm thinking about chaturanga in reverse, and I think to begin with it's really helpful to have the knees off. I'm going to show you. So again, coming into tabletop position, you're just going to walk your knees back. At the moment they're underneath my hips, more or less, and I'm just going to walk them back. And as I do this, I'm going to bring my shoulders forward. So now my knees are behind my hips. You're going to take your feet off and cross at your ankles. You're going to rotate your inner elbows forwards. This is important, otherwise when I lower down, this happens, hurts shoulders and wrists. Want to avoid that. So inner elbow forwards. Draw the belly in, looking forwards, shoulders back, belly strong. Going to take a big breath in. As you exhale, lower down. By the way, this is chaturanga with arms. Push back up, inhale. Lower, exhale. Push back up, inhale. Lower, exhale. And pushing back up and release. If you practice that, you'll gain strength. It's also getting your mind switched on to what chaturanga feels like. So it's a really good modification for when you lower down in your vinyasa class. So once you've done that a few times, you may want to move forwards into a chaturanga, but we'll continue with knees down to begin with. So coming back to that same position. By the way, it's just worth noting this, only because I see it in class a lot. I see a lot of people trying to come down to chaturanga with their knees on the mat in this position, tabletop, knees underneath my hips. You will never come down in this position because it is physically impossible. You've got to walk those knees back. Okay, so just bear that in mind. The positioning is really important there. So you're in your vinyasa class. The instruction has brought you to plank pose, and your teacher says lower down chaturanga, and you think, oh, can't do it, and you end up collapsing. Not good, not good. So in the plank pose, we've got a strong plank. Shift forwards on the toes. Now bring your knees down. Just check those knees are behind your hips, not under your hips. Remember I said that was important. Inner elbow forwards. Look forwards, shoulders away from the ears. Keep the belly strong. Lower halfway down. You're in your Chaturanga with the knees. And then you have the option to come into your up dog and back to down dog. And I can tell you, doing your Chaturanga with your knees in a really strong, powerful way will get you the strength to achieve full Chaturanga. Never worry about modifications. Modifications are amazing because they give you the little things that you need to get into the bigger poses. So back off and you'll find that you'll achieve them much quicker. Thank you for watching. Namaste.